Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordi, and if you didn't recognize me, it's because I have glasses and a side part. She's a different girl. It turns out I can't see. I didn't even know it. I kind of knew it. Anyways, when I am not filming, I am often doing random crafts. And today I thought, why not film the random craft? Something a little different. And if you guys like crafting content, maybe I could do it some more. I like making jewelry, I like sculpting, I like painting, and I could put it all here. My channel is called It's Likely Makeup, which gives it like a little bit of room for not being makeup, kind of, sort of, I think. Like it's likely makeup, but it might not be. It might be clay. It might be paint. It might be beads. So today, the craft that I wanted to craft is some elf ears. I don't know. Originally, I wanted to make something out of clay and then use latex to make a prosthetic, but my latex is at the office and I don't want to go there. Polymer clay. I'm gonna try to make like a reusable polymer clay elf ear. I don't know if it's gonna work, but how am I gonna know if I don't try? First, I'm gonna try and mix some colors of clay together to make it look kind of close to my skin tone so I don't have to paint anything. So I've got some translucent sculpey clay, some brown, a little bit of orange, and I'm gonna open up this pink and see if I can make the color. These are the ratios of different colors that I am starting with. In my personal polymer clay experience, mixing the colors together is really hard, especially before this gets warm. I have sat down and spent a few hours playing with clay before, and then the next morning when I wake up, it feels like my hands are made of bruises. I guess it's good hand exercise. I've seen people put it through like a pasta, one of those like pasta makers, noodle squishers. I feel like that would be good for mixing. But I'm just gonna sit here and mix these together until they're mixed together. I'm definitely not a professional. It's warming up a little bit now. I've created this marbled tube. Twist it, bop it, pull it. I think I used too much orange. Maybe if I add some white. Is there any white in here? I stole some of this from something I was making that I quit making. Ow! I just punched my table. This is making me crave the flavor of a creamsicle. I don't think it was enough white. I think I'm gonna have a lot extra. Maybe I should make like a nose. That would be fun. It's getting lighter. It looks like it's gonna need some yellow. I'm gonna have the strongest hands. I'm adding some yellow and a little bit more white. And I'll just come back when it's ready. Okay. Since we last spoke, I added a little bit more white and then it was too light, and then I added a little chunk of brown, and I think that this is pretty good. I think I could wear this as foundation and it would be okay. I want these to be like kind of subtle, like more realistic than the elf ears that you get at like Halloween time, those like really big dramatic ones, even though those are fantastic as well. And I'm hoping that somehow I can pull off the piece actually fitting my ear so I can pop it on and pop it off. I just got this little piece and I'm just kind of molding it to a little pointed ear shape. I'm gonna mark where my ear is, kind of. That's what I want on my ear, just this little tip. And now I'm taking another piece and I'm gonna roll it into like a little flat worm. And I'm gonna actually put this on my ear. And I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna kind of form it to the shape of my ear if possible. I pulled off all of that extra clay and I've kind of closed off the end there. Let's put it back on. I'm gonna mark where my ear kind of folds. And then where I kind of marked out the curve of my ear, I'm gonna use my fingernail and I'm gonna punch that out. I don't think we'll need that. I think it'll hold on just kind of tucked under the ear. I think that this, once it's hard, might stay on my ear. I don't know. Then taking my little elf ear shaped piece, just taking out the excess to get this little thing. And then I just want to see how it should sit. And then I'm just gonna put them together and I'm probably gonna lose the shape of the piece that I was sticking onto my ear. But I can fix it after. I'm just using a little round tool and I'm kind of smudging them into each other to blend the two pieces. I've got it kind of curled over my finger so I don't completely squish the shape of the earpiece. And I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time kind of making it look how I want it to look. I'm wondering if I make the part that goes on my ear so thin that it stays flexible after being baked and I can actually glue it down to my ear and then take it off and use it again. Because I think that would be a lot easier than actually trying to mold it perfectly to my ear and then bake it and hope that it fits. Interesting. I added 2 little clay worms so I can sort of build up the shape of the little ear. I think I'll just make one and then bake it and see if it works. Because if I make 2 and it doesn't work, I will be a very unhappy camper. But if it's just one, I'll still be sad, but less sad. I'm trying to remember to keep this pretty thin and not add too much to it because I don't want it to be really, really heavy. Even though polymer clay is quite light. I'm gonna make the little edges that go around my ear really nice and thin. That way, if I can manage to glue this on, it'll look somewhat blended. I wish I had a camera at a different angle so you could really see what I was doing. Essentially, I'm just shaping the ear to how I kind of want it to look. And then going back to my ear, seeing what it looks like. A little extra piece there. It looks cute. It is super rough. This is definitely not smooth or perfect, but for what I want it for, I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna try to blend it so that it kind of looks like it joins my ear here by just adding a little bit more clay there and then smoothing them together. And that kind of meets my natural ear. Kind of meets it there a little bit nicer. It does look a little strange that it's like indented here and then I have this little ear chunk. I want to make sure that I've got kind of the right curve for my ear. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bake it, and if it works, maybe I'll put a little bit more detail and effort into the next one. Not the next ear, like the next time I try this. I feel like I could definitely do better. I just don't want to waste my time making it stunning and perfect if it's not actually gonna work. It's kind of not on the angle I intended it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit more straight up. Actually, I can probably fix that. That's a little bit better. I'm gonna stop messing with it and I'm gonna bake this just to see if it's even gonna work. And then I'll come back and show you if it even worked. After I very carefully remove it and very carefully take it to the oven. It's baked. It's still a little warm, but not too warm. Oh my goodness. I think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of lash glue, get it real nice and stuck on there. I feel like it's staying on quite well. It's kind of a weird shape, but it still looks cute. I'm gonna try to not get this in my hair, just using a regular lash glue. And then I'm gonna let it dry and get tacky. It seems extra sticky on my ear. I'm gonna add a little bit around the edge here. And then I'll just hold it in place for a second so it can get stuck. And then I think just for fun, I'm going to shade it a little bit to match my ear that is very red, probably because I've been sticking clay to it for an hour. It feels really secure. It doesn't feel really heavy. First, I'm gonna add a little bit of powder bronzer because it is just a little bit too light. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of a cream blush just to make it a little pinker here. And then I'm gonna use the tiniest bit of this matte eyeshadow cream, just with the tiniest bit on my brush. Just to blend this really deep dip in my ear that's still exposed. And then I'm just using that bronzer again and tapping over it to make it a little less purple. And then I'm just gonna add some setting powder. Make it nice and matte. Hopefully that makeup will kind of stay on. I think it'll look really cute with my hair tucked behind. Oh! I kind of love it. I think next time I make one, I'm gonna make it come down further to mask this dip in my ear. But for a first attempt, I think that it is very interesting, a learning experience. Should I make another ear matching this, or should I just try again? I will think on it. Maybe you will see some fresh ears in my next video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I made a clay elf ear. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.